All right, since the raids on Diddy's mansion, the FBI has been going through to secret tapes that they recovered from his mansions. Now, the leak contents are not only incriminated AF, but also damn it too. Now the feds have been talking, and it's only a matter of time before the dude gets thrown in prison. Pro tip, inmates, don't hang out with Diddy in the shower. He dropping that soap on purpose.
Cuba, with all this stuff that's coming up with Diddy and you're on one end, 50 Cent is calling out Diddy and here's what he's doing and all this stuff, and they got the back and forth.
Yeah.
I got Suge on here.
Look at this example. Look what happened.
Yeah. And I got Suge on. Yeah, exactly. No question about it. What do you think's going on with all the stuff with Diddy, with Little Rod, with, all the stories that everybody's hearing about?
You mean in terms of what?
I mean, being raiding his house being raided.
I mean, that's crazy. That's the craziest thing I'd ever. And then, hey, how about me? I wake up in the morning, I turn on the Today Show, and Hector Cuba Gooding Jr. I was like, excuse me, pull me into this. I think whatever he's dealing with, he's on his journey, man. I think that God has got him on a path where I can't imagine that he's stupid enough to do whatever he's doing and keep it on his premises. I think that the raid and all of that stuff, only time will tell who was involved, who had been a frequent guest in these places and areas. It's funny because my lawyers said, every outlet in the world wants to talk to you. And again, I'm not defining myself from some headline in the press. So I stayed quiet. And it's so funny. So I'll tell you a little story about who my girlfriend is. She gave Robert De Niro 3 grandkids. Her name is Claudine De Niro. She married his son, Raphael. They separated. We've been together for a while. But she, at one point, ran Naomi Campbell's publicity. She, at one point, ran P Diddy's publicity, right when he started doing the white party thing. Mm-hmm. He had just gotten freed from indictment, found not guilty. Did he? And he said to her, I'm gonna die running with these niggas, man. I need you to help me with the white folks and the switch. And so she helped cultivate his new image. So they had a friendship for years. But I had never met him till probably 2019-20, just casually. Claudine and I, he invited us to his house. The pandemic was starting to ease, and hadn't seen him since that night where this guy with this picture, it says that I had my shoulder on him and all this stuff, making it look sordid. Well, that picture, everyone in the room, there's probably 300 of us on the deck of P Diddy's, I'm gonna show you, on P Diddy's boat, New Year's Eve. I went from one ship, Happy New Year. So I hung out with Tyson, and next ship, there's Drake. This ship had P. Diddy. He had his guy, his videographer. They're listening to music. And he says, hey, Cube, listen, you want to hear P. Diddy's new song? I said, yeah, sure. Sit down next to him. They didn't use this angle, which to me makes me laugh, because I go, oh, I get it. You made it look the way you wanted it to look. But that, and if you hold it, you know how you hold it and it does the thing where, can you hear all the people? If you tap it or something, it's a live picture. Do you see what I mean? It's like, here we are, just listening to music. Finished, took the thing off, said whatever I said to him, left. That was it. But this guy who's suing him, going after the money, man. I'm sure. And by the way, I don't know P. Diddy's life. I don't know what he's going through. I don't know what the police are going to find on all of that.
Were you guys close? Were you guys friends, or?
We were acquaintances, just like I just showed you. Yeah. 2-3 times I've seen him, so it's...
Oh, so Diddy, you've only seen him 2 or 3 times.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So why would they include you all of a sudden in some way?
I think because of the darkness of the other grab of the cases that I already had went through.
Right. A lot of that stuff is 18, though, 19, right? Those are from 5-6 years ago,
That's
cases.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was that at the peak of the Me Too movement, or was that pre-Me Too movement?
That's right. That's right when it kicked off. Yeah,
right.
That was crazy.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Diddy.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Former Death Row Records Boston adversary Diddy Schneitz says the Diddy knew Homeland Security was going to raid his homes, and claims that he knows all the secrets and that his life's in danger.
Okay. Well, that's actually very insightful for you to give that perspective. So if you're saying what Diddy did to Usher or what Diddy did to Bieber, that we've seen these videos, not necessarily what he did, but the stories where he's living with them at 13. If he was their mentor, who was Diddy's mentor? We know some of the big names. I'm just curious if you have any names. You don't seem like somebody.
Well, for number one was Clyde Davis. And you got to understand one thing. If Death Row, when I started Death Row, you got to remember one thing. I didn't have no co-founder, nobody else. I started that company on my own and grabbed Dr. Dre. At the end of the day, it was like this. When you have, say Universal is one big company. Doug Morris is the man at the time. Jimmy Iovine's in. If Doug Morris gives Tuffy a deal worth a whole lot of money, and the album didn't recoup, in other words, basically like flop didn't recoup, they're not going to give you no new money if they don't recoup the old money. But Puffy was able to go to the same umbrella and go to Jimmy and get just much, even bigger check that Doug gave me, even though I have not recouped. Only certain people can get these type of favors. Now, in my situation, I didn't do anything to lose my company. I didn't do anything illegal to get my company taken away from me. They was able to commit fraud for my company, but it ends up to the hands of people who want to buy my company for $500 million, $700 million. I kept saying no, and then turn around, they can get block everybody and end up getting it for what, 20 or 30 million, which is crazy. If you add all that type of stuff up, and you'll see how the industry been built on the secret rooms. The people who don't participate in the secret room is the people who later on get burnt. The people who participate in those rooms, they continue to grow. Even when they get caught, they're not really caught. Because obviously, Puffy knew they was coming to raid. The security wasn't there. He used to have like 4-6 Muslim guys doing security. They wasn't there. A lot of people wasn't there. How do people know all these things? It wasn't just a coincidence. You know? So it's easy to point the finger, but let's look at the whole thing and talk about somewhere you're going to educate everybody to help everybody.
We were talking about Clive Davis and some of these music executives that taught maybe somebody like a Diddy and others. Is Diddy at a level of being untouchable where he's protected, or is Diddy a target that they'll eventually put all the blame on him and make sure they get away with it free?
I mean, he's definitely going to be the black motherfucker holding the bag. Because you gotta realize one thing. That boy's life is dangerous. His life doesn't, he's just not dangerous with the shit they said he was doing, but he's in danger. He know too much. One thing you gotta realize is he probably having a conversation right now with the higher ups and everybody else to figure out how it's gonna work itself out, because he know all the secrets, and if he get to running his mouth, it could be a bad look.
The agent in charge of investigating the death of Tupac and Biggie before the cases went cold has spoken about the naughty details of the murder. Now he reveals that the feds are trying to nail him for the murders of the sex trafficking charges don't stick.
Mistakes. So there's things that we should look back and say, we probably could have done this or that better. But as far as the allegations being lodged against the department, fucking ridiculous. I mean, it's so easy to it really is. It's really clear and easy to demonstrate how these allegations had no basis from day one.
From your point of view right now, December 2023, who do you think killed Biggie?
I think Poochie was involved. I think Suge Knight orchestrated it through his, at the time, girlfriend / baby mama. I think she was the intermediary between Suge and at least one of the co-conspirators. I do believe Poochie was directly involved. There may have been an additional person who was maybe acting as a lookout, because that makes the most sense considering the circumstances of the shooting. He may not have acted alone. But those are the three people that I'm very confident were involved.
Okay, Poochie's dead.
Poochie's dead.
And Sugar's still alive, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And his baby mother's still alive as well.
That's correct.
But I don't think she's talked recently.
She actually has immunity on that case.
Oh, she does?
She does. Yeah, she was offered immunity for her involvement in identifying the other two co-conspirators and for providing information and then working with law enforcement to try to further that.
But ultimately, that went nowhere.
It ultimately went nowhere.
Right.
You know, there was an attempt to get Suge to make some incriminating statements, but, you know, I think he was smart enough to realize that maybe I'm being set up.
Oh, she tried to set him up to snitch on himself, basically?
Yeah, members of the task force along with her cooperation.
Wow.
So that didn't go anywhere. But again,
Gene obviously tries to attack your credibility, saying that you lied to a federal judge.
typical Eugene Deal, just saying stupid shit. I've testified in federal court since I've retired. Testified many times, and I currently work for, you know, I'm a contractor for a law enforcement agency, one of the biggest law enforcement agencies in Riverside County. If those things were true, then I wouldn't be summoned to court to testify. I wouldn't be asked to contract out with a law enforcement agency to do very sensitive investigations for them. Judge makes it very clear. Look it up. Look at what the judge's ruling was. It says very clearly, I'm quoting the judge, I never said Kading was lying. I never said Kading was lying. I'm saying that he was reckless, and that's different. So when Eugene Deal is saying that a judge said that I'm lying, now who's the liar?
Now the feds are compiling a list of celebrities that'll testify against Dide in court. When they put him on trial now, some are offering to testify, while others are keeping silent now. I don't think that they got much to worry about. There's a lot of videos out there that have got celebrities give full details of Did's already nasty, sneaky activities.
So you put out this mixtape. What about the next full album? What's the plan with that?
Yeah, so that's what I was actually in LA doing yesterday too. Actually, okay, so I know what it was. I was partying the day before yesterday. Yesterday, I had smoked something that Puff had gave me, and it was like it was as if I had partied like 3 nights straight. It was the craziest. Have you seen Get Him to the Greek? The movie?
Yes, yeah.
You remember the Jeffrey scene? Here's a Jeffrey.
Oh, yeah.
And like it's supposedly like all the things mixed in one.
Yeah.
That's what you had?
I swear that had to be what it is.
And who gave it? Diddy gave this to you?
Yeah,
Who gave this? So you call him Puff. You call him.
Yeah, I call him Puff.
All right. I don't know what to call the guy. He changes his name, like once a year or whatever. So he gave you this.
Yeah, well, I mean, he'll look out. Like I was like, I'm about to go to the airport. I need something that'll knock me out. I mean, it totally did the opposite. I was doing crazy dance moves to the weirdest music for 20 minutes straight. Like while he was on the phone, and I was just outside the window, looking in while he was looking at me like, man,
This guy's tripping.
This kid's nuts. Like, but the funniest part was he was like, all right, man. He was like, oh, okay. This. So the thing when I said, do you have, can I get some? Do you have any, whatever? And I just wanted someone to go to the airport, just to last me so I can knock out on this flight. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna have my guy. So he goes down, comes back up with his stuff, and the guy shows Puff. And I was like, no. I'm trying to give him like the. He said the Snoop Doggy Dog is what he said he's trying to give me. So I was like, oh yeah, for sure. I want, yeah. What is that? What's up with that? Where's that at?
Sounds good. Whatever the hell that is.
I'm like, what is that? So, long story short, he finally finds it, and he's like, oh, here you go. He's like, now my guy said take four hits and like stop.
All right.
And we didn't.
You just kept going.
So, yeah, and so like he was like, come back up in 5 minutes. And I mean, when I tell you I came back up in 5 minutes and like had a result for him, like, you know what I mean? Like if it was crazy.
Now, does he smoke any of this, or is he too reserved?
I have no idea.
I mean, he didn't smoke it with you, so it wasn't like you and P Diddy smoking together. He just sends you down, and then he's on the phone running his empire.
Yeah.
And you're dancing naked outside of his window.
Tweaking balls, yeah.
No wonder these black guys think that white people are crazy. Right. It's this guy. It's all because of him.
And so we had right before that though, we had a meeting about the next album. With the president Interscope, and that was the first.
No, wait, you did this meeting before you smoked, right? Okay, yeah. All right.
But I'm sure those guys don't put it past me to do it during that too.
Look at what's going on with Puff Daddy right now.
I mean, it's warranted. I mean, baby, how do somebody who never wrote a song, produced a record, got all the money? That's real. Boy, that's real. Bars.
Because somebody facilitated you to be able to have all the control on. And if you ain't got the talent and you can't write it, you can't produce it, then you got to use something else. It's called sex.
Damn.
That's how you control. That's old. That's the old world. But think about it. A person that don't got the talent is gonna be more demonic, more evil, and more heartless when it comes to taking something from somebody, because they can't produce nothing.
That's real, man.
You've been in this business a while, so you've seen a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's why people got mad at me in the dialogue conversation. I said, check this out, bro. I ain't never put my name on nobody else's work. I ain't never took nothing from nobody, and I ain't never stole nothing from nobody. Now, can you say that about most of these people at the top? You can't. So if you got all these people up here hollering this, I'm the greatest, and then you look down did you write that? You didn't write that? Well, how you write that? That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, are we gonna live in a world of falsettos, or are we gonna live in a world of truth? Because that's the reason why the youth ain't listening to the grown folk now. Because y'all done did too much lying for certain people, and the kids can see that that's a false.
That's real.
That's a fake.
Megan Good. She's the greatest. She's gorgeous. Megan Good. Kylie. Ooh, that's great. That's a great question. I love that. That's a great question. Damn, huh? Ooh. All right, I'm a pick. Kyla, I do love you. Amazing. Uh-oh. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you so much because we got stripes together. But I'm gonna pick Megan. Why? Because Megan and I, the world's gonna see we're gonna be like the George Clooney, Julia Roberts pair of this next era.
Let's see. It's about to get tough here now.
I don't think so. Okay. Tough is relative. Okay. Tough is like something, you know what I'm saying? It might be tough for somebody to do 50 pushes. It ain't tough for me to do.
Hey, right. It ain't tough for you then. Okay. Right. Okay. P Diddy party.
What is that? That's a person.
Mm-hmm. P Diddy party.
Yep.
You hang with P Diddy, private party, you and him, or the island.
You mean Epstein Island?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Epstein Island for sure. Dang. No question. I'm there. Tell me.
Wait, hold on. Why you there? What you mean?
I'm going Epstein Island all day long.
I'm there. You ain't fucking with P Diddy?
Hey, you try to blow me up, I don't care.
Why he never really said, Rand, I really got your back, thank you, because you know what, me and Boog was in a room together. Chris Stokes put us in a room together and made us do stuff together. You feel me? Me and Jarrell Houston. You're not gonna sweep anything under the rug. I was molested by Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston, and that's the truth. Period.
And that's the truth, and you can say that for you. I just think it's kind of messy when you got to put other people's truth out there. I don't think that's your place to judge other people.
Well, my truth is the fact that Chris Stokes had me and Jarrell Houston in a room sucking each other's dick. My truth is that, hold on, Judy, hold on. I got a problem with Fizz, because Fizz was the first person to take it in his fucking asshole, and he want to make it seem like I'm a motherfucking homo, like I'm crazy, and like there's a problem, like I did something to him. I never did anything to nobody. Some tapes got out, and we all know what that was about. Obviously, it was in God's will. I can't protect Boog when he gonna set me up, and he knew about the meeting at Mike Conception's house and in Compton. I'm trying to protect Chris, Marcus, Omari, y'all. Everybody have respect for everybody's family, but don't nobody show no love or respect for me.
Now Diddy's currently looking for public sympathy and trying to win the media war. Now he seems to be losing the war, though I trusted he to be resilient. He told a crowd of fans, "Pray for your brother," when he was spotted in Miami taking a bike ride with Stevie J of all people. I mean, don't even get me started on Stevie J. Since love and hip-hop, that dude was a parasite.
Out here showing love.
Well, ask him if he did it.
I love, baby. Love, man. DJ, yes, sir.